Hey, it's Kim, and we've got to talk about Ariana Grande. Recently, pop superstar Ariana Grande released a 3-minute TikTok in which she talked about people's concern about her body. Now, what I mean by that is that Ariana has been looking a little bit thinner than normal, or what we've been used to seeing her, and people have been giving their opinions online. And I have seen a lot of comments of people kind of saying, like, the whole, Ariana eat a burger, or that she's looking really old now because she's so thin. There's just been a lot of really negative, nasty feedback. And I guess Ariana felt the need to address it. This is quite a rarity for Ariana Grande. She's a very private person and tends not to address a lot of the rumors about her or negative things that are said about her in the media. But I found this TikTok very interesting because I think she raises a few good points, and I really wanted to share it with you and also share my thoughts with you. So without any further ado, let's watch the TikTok. So I have the TikTok pulled up. I want to be clear, I'm going to be stopping and starting this TikTok and giving my commentary. This is my channel, and this is me adding to this TikTok for fair use purposes and also to give you guys my insight because a lot of you follow this channel because you care what I have to say. So if you want to watch this TikTok without my interruption, the link is in the description. You are welcome to do so, but I am going to be talking through this and stopping and starting. So here we go.
Hi everyone. I have made my coffee. I'm on my way to work soon. I just wanted to come on and I don't do this often. I don't like it. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it and I don't like it, but I just wanted to address your concerns about my body and talk a little bit about what it means to be a person with a body and to be seen and to be paid such close attention to.
I did want to mention one thing before we go much further. One, I feel really bad for her that she's even feeling that she has to address this, because she's right. She really shouldn't have to defend, the way she looks to anybody. Um, but I understand why she's doing it. But there was a little pop up here that I think a lot of people missed, and I wanted to draw some attention to it. And it's right here. You can see it in like the 22nd ish mark. And the caption says, "You've talked a lot about it over the past decade or longer," meaning her body. So I'd like to join in this time. I love the sass of that. And the thing is, she's right. She's absolutely right. I've followed Ariana's career for a while now. Um, I became a fan of hers from The Way, and I've seen her live, and I have all her albums, and I've just really, really enjoyed her music for years, and I've absolutely seen dialogue about her body from the very beginning and people being very critical. So, without a word of a lie, she's absolutely right. She's absolutely right. And I'm proud of her for sticking up for herself and um, allowing her voice to be added to the conversation.
Paid such close attention to. I think we should be gentler and less comfortable commenting on people's bodies, no matter what. If you think you're saying something good or well intentioned, whatever it is, healthy, unhealthy, big, small, this, that, sexy, not sexy, I don't, we just shouldn't, we should really work towards not doing that as much. There are ways to compliment someone or to ignore something that you see that you don't like, that I think we should help each other work towards, just to aim towards being safer and keeping each other safer. But I just also wanted to say, one, there are many different kinds of beautiful. There
True,
are many different ways to look healthy and beautiful.
true.
I know personally for me, the body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly, and at the lowest point of my life when I looked the way you consider my healthy, but that in fact wasn't my healthy.
I did want to comment on this because I feel like for those of you that aren't aware or if people are confused by what she's saying by that, I believe what she's referring to is a number of years ago, Ariana experienced a lot of really difficult events in her life. Starting with one of her concerts was attacked um, in Manchester, and it involved a T word that I cannot say. Hi, YouTube human reviewer. Please don't be mad at me. I'm trying to do my best. Um, and it was really horrible. And she did a whole benefit concert to try to help the victims of the attack. And after that, her and her partner um, broke up, and then she started dating somebody else, Pete Davidson, and they got engaged. And her partner, whom she had broken up with, Mac, passed away. And it was a very, very difficult thing for her. And shortly after that, the engagement was called off between her and Pete Davidson. And we just went through this period where there just was a lot of stuff happening, a lot of downs, and it was really, really hard. And she was open that she had been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, and she actually shared her brain scans, just to show the changes in her brain and how severely she had been impacted by those events. So when she says she was on antidepressants and she wasn't being healthy and she was at a really low point in her life, I am inclined to believe her. I think it's really sad that she's had to say that publicly like this, but I believe that that's what she's referring to.
And I know I shouldn't have to explain that, but I do feel like maybe having an openness and some sort of vulnerability here will be something good might come from it. I don't know. I don't know, but that's the first
Fingers
thing.
crossed.
Healthy can look different. The second thing is you never know what someone is going through. So even if you are coming from a loving place and a caring place, that person probably is working on it or has a support system that they are working on it with, and you never know. So be gentle with each other and with yourselves. And thirdly,
Before we get too far away from that point, I did want to comment on that because I have seen some conversation about that specific point and saying that Ariana's being irresponsible with saying that because there are some people who are struggling with things like EDs and they are doing it on their own and they don't have a support system around them. And sometimes people make comments because they want to be a support system. But I think there's a difference between wanting to be helpful and wanting to be encouraging to someone who's going through a rough time, and then going on social media and saying that somebody looks old and haggard and needs to eat a pizza. They're not the same. They are not the same. And the thing with celebrities, and I mean, I think we've seen it recently with Selena Gomez, that you can do all the work. You can try to make yourself mentally strong and be kind to people and try to attract that type of energy and be in a good place. And then people decide they're going to make comments about something you can't control, potentially even, or just something about you physically, like what happened with Selena, and that she has gained some weight because of some of her medications. And then you're forced to have to come out and say something about it as a celebrity, and like how Ariana's feels like she's being forced to do it right now. It sucks, and it's not fair, and it's not being supportive. So I understand what she's saying here, that quite bluntly, I don't think, random person on the internet making a comment on Ariana's Instagram saying that she looks malnourished or something like that is it all going to help Ariana. It's not.
the third one's unrelated, I guess. I just wanted to extend some love your way and tell you that you're beautiful no matter what phase you're in. Um, by the way, I'm not wearing eyelashes or eyeliner right now. This is my face, these are my eyes, so don't freak out about that now, too, please. Oh my god. But, yeah, sending you guys a lot of love, and I think you're beautiful no matter what you're going through.
I just want to comment on that. I think what she's referring to there about her eyes is there's been a lot of rumors online recently about Ariana having different cosmetics procedures done and changing her face. And I feel like this kind of relates back to a video I did a while ago where we talked about Madonna and some of the procedures she may or may not have had done and the reaction from the public when she appeared at the Grammys. And my point in that video was basically, if Madonna has had cosmetic surgery done and says she has, people are going to be mad at her for rejecting aging. And if she isn't having anything done, people are going to make comments about how she's looking old and not like herself. And oh gosh, like I see people all the time saying she's geriatric and things of that nature. And it's like there's nothing that Madonna can do to make people happy. All she can do is try to make herself happy. And I think that's exactly the same when it comes to Ariana Grande. It's none of our business. And unfortunately, this is the society we live in, and women are put under tremendous pressure to look a certain way in the public eye, and I'm not judging any of them for doing what they think they need to do.
No matter what weight, no matter what how you like to do your makeup these days, no matter what cosmetic procedures you've had or not, or anything. Yeah, I just think you're beautiful and wanted to share some feelings. Have a very beautiful day, and I'm sending you a lot of love.
She just gives a kiss to the camera at the end. Overall, I thought it was a really interesting comment from her. Again, something we don't see on a regular basis, but I think she said a lot that is fair and true. And I know some people may not like it, but I think it is what it is. And ultimately, it's Ariana's life. And I do hope that she is doing better. Um, I hope she has a good group around her. I think she does. She is very close with her family and her friends, and I know she's trying to take care of herself as she has for a long time, and I just wish her the best in that endeavor. But I don't think people just going on and on and on about it online is going to help her in that journey to get healthy. So I I just found this whole situation to be kind of sad. I also did want to comment that Bella Hadid has actually supported Ariana after she released this TikTok as well, kind of echoing what she had to say. Saying you never know what someone is dealing with mentally or physically, disease or depression, grief or heartache. You just don't. And she's 100% right. I did want to close out the video by referencing this Instagram post that Ariana had made on April 3rd. Now, Ariana is currently filming the two-part film for the stage show Wicked. So it's going to be a full film adaptation. It's going to be broken up into two parts. And I believe the first part is coming out in 2024. And she's going to be playing Galinda. So it's a major role in the show film, and it's a lot of work. It's likely a very intense process, but it's something that she's very passionate about because she loved the show when she was a child, and now this is living out a dream. So in the post, she is praising her co-star Cynthia, who is playing Elphaba, and then also sends out some very kind words to the director of the film. And I'm just going to read this to you. I've got it here. To be led by the most thoughtful, brilliant, compassionate, and warmest possible director on the planet, my other Aussie and best friend ever, John. To be transforming and healing parts of me that I never knew needed it, or maybe did. So it sounds like Ariana's going through a process right now where she is healing, she is living her dream, and I'm so happy for her. I think she's just trying to throw positivity back into the world and stick up for herself. And that's the place that she's in right now. Ariana has been so open about her mental health and what she's been through, and I know that it has helped millions of people to feel more comfortable to be open with theirs. And I think she's just continuing to do that same thing. And I think it's great. I'm happy for her. And I hope that maybe this is another part of the discussion when it comes to body image and mental health and the way that it is on social media. We've seen, in my opinion, I think it's a huge change in the way that we talk about people's bodies through this whole Selena Hailey Bieber drama, which I know I did not make a video on. Unfortunately, I was ill, so I've been off for a bit. But what we saw was someone who was being shamed for the way they looked. And the majority of people stood up and went, that's not cool, and we're not supporting it, and we're going to call out the person who's doing the bullying and say no. I have never seen that, and I feel like if not in that capacity, not in that stage, and that amount of people. I feel like if that happened 20 years ago, people would be like shaming Selena. They wouldn't have been Team Selena. I think it's a massive shift in culture, and I'm so glad to see it because we needed to get there. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for hearing me out on this topic. I'm so glad to be back. I missed you all so much. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment. You can also join my membership option and join my community of Space Angels. I put extra content there. It's a lot more relaxed and loose and fun. I talk a lot about music and things that I love, so I would love to see you there and have you join us. Well, that's it. Much love. Bye.